everyone, and happy Pride. Welcome to another, almost forgot my name there for a second. Welcome to another Bourbon Bites Saturday live stream. Today happens to also be Juneteenth, so it's the day where we celebrate the end of slavery and commemorate all of the advances and setbacks that our country has faced with the African Americans in the U.S. That was a really jumble of words, but happy Juneteenth and also happy Pride. So I just want to say that. Hopefully you guys are celebrating this Saturday. Oh, it's a beautiful day here in Southern California. Hopefully your weather is just as beautiful wherever you are. Probably not. I've heard some places it's a little muggy right now, but it's absolutely gorgeous here in Southern California. But yes, thank you for tuning in to a very, very different live stream. I think that's why I'm a little bit thrown off here, because I'm not drinking any bourbon tonight. I know what, I would like to be drinking bourbon, if more bourbon brands did the whole Pride edition thing. Unfortunately, I am not aware of any bourbon or whiskey distilleries that puts out a special release for Pride or to celebrate LGBT issues in general. So that's kind of a problem. We're going to be talking about a lot of things tonight about whether, you guys agree that these Pride editions of different alcohols are beneficial to the community, and also whether you think they are detrimental. Do you think they're profiting off the community? We're going to taste through a bunch of different Pride edition releases from a bunch of different brands. That's going to be really fun. But more importantly, we are doing a giveaway thanks to amazing patron, Bite Club member, and just overall friend of the show, Patrick Starkey. Patrick and Heather Starkey have offered up an amazing prize pack. They're offering 2 Woodinville flights for you guys. So we're going to do 2 giveaways at the end of the night. But more importantly, that's for Super Chats. And guess what? The proceeds from tonight's Super Chats will go towards the let me make sure I got my information here. We'll go toward the Louisville Youth Group, which is a really cool organization. I was trying to find something that was local to Kentucky because, like I said, I'm out here in California. We have so many amazing LGBT organizations, but out in Kentucky, there's very, very few. I've done a lot of research today trying to find which ones, are most prominent, and they have a very, very limited amount, and I'm imagining limited resources. So I wanted to find one that supported causes that's really important to me and close to my heart. And I always got to seek out the LGBT youth organizations. I was a part of one in Charleston, South Carolina, and it was a big part of finding who I was and, giving me the resources I need to, I guess, be who I am today. So that's what the Louisville Youth Group does out in Kentucky, of course. They provide resources and a safe space for LGBTQIA plus youth to grow into the leaders of tomorrow. So I'll put their info down in the description below. After the stream, as well as the total amount that we're able to raise tonight. So like I said, all super chats, each $5 super chat gets you 1 entry into the giveaway for the awesome Woodinville flight, including this Applewood stave, which is delicious. I'll let you guys know which Woodinvilles we're actually going to be in that flight. So thanks again to Patrick. We're going to have a flight of 5 different Woodinville releases is what you could win tonight. So you'll have the PX finish and the Oloroso finish, which you guys know just came out. Madeira finish, Applewood stave like I had, and triple barrel Ardbeg finish. So big shout out to Patrick for donating that to the cause. And big shout out to everyone who donates tonight to such an amazing organization. I'm looking forward to doing a big donation. Like last time, I will put the screenshot after I've done the donation on the Discord server. If you guys aren't a member of the Discord, you can go to bourbonbites.com. Everyone can join there. It's an awesome community where we share what we're drinking. We share, what we've bought recently, and we talk about video games too. It's a really awesome community. So definitely check that out. We got our first entry and donation tonight, which of course is Don Nishida. If you guys don't know, Don won our very first prize during Thursday night's last live stream with Teeling. And he said something very similar in his super chat to that. It was like, I never win anything, but I guess I'll try. And literally his name was drawn right after that. So Don, you never know. You just might win again. So appreciate that donation, Don. That does mean a lot. So I'm sorry. I'm a bit I'm really hyper today. I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's because I've been sitting out, enjoying the sun. And I guess I just have all this built up energy that I need to let out. So combine that with some vodka, and it's going to be for a really, really interesting night. Just need to take it down a couple notches, but hopefully you guys are having a good time. I'm looking forward to some of these. Some of them I'm also like, not really looking forward to, but this is going to be a good time no matter what. Got another super chat in from Zofer. Zofer said, let's go. Zofer is another awesome patron of the show. If you guys do want to join Patreon, you can join at patreon.com/bourbonbites. If you enjoy the show here tonight, we do lots of awesome exclusive posts, polls, things like that over on Patreon, and they get early access to my videos that I put up. So thank you so much, Zofer, for the super chat. Adriana says we're gonna see a Cliffy running laps tonight. I don't know. I feel like I'm super hyper. I guess I'm excited for this, but I'm also I'm stuttering over my words. I'm noticing, so I got to take it down a little bit. But speaking of Adriana, you guys, this is not the last you will see of me this weekend. Definitely go check out Whiskey Mountains, her YouTube channel. She is doing a fundraiser for Alzheimer's awareness and research over on her channel tomorrow night, right after its Bourbon Night goes live. Jason from the Mash and Drum will be on there. I will be on there, and maybe some other special guests will make an appearance too. So there's going to be some really awesome giveaways over there too. So, hey, let's say you don't win, one of the sample packs tonight. You can win some really awesome prizes over on her channel. So I put her link down in the description below to tomorrow night's live stream. Go there, click the little button to set a reminder, and I hope to see you guys there as well. So it's a really fun weekend giving back to all these amazing causes that I'm very passionate about. Of course, I'm passionate about LGBT issues, but I'm also passionate about Alzheimer's research because it does run in my family. So definitely tune into that. Steven says, turn it to 11. Let's go, Clifton. No. I think I'm slowly calming down. I think it's the rush, right before I go live. I'm got to make sure I have all my products, all my different types of glasses, because we're not just drinking whiskey tonight. We don't just have a whiskey glass. We have shot glasses. We have 2 shot glasses in case we want to do some comparisons. We have a champagne fluke because we're going to be drinking some spritzers and some sparkling wines. So lots of preparing, last minute rushing, but it's all good. It's going to be awesome. Donnie the Linux cat says, if I win, I'm giving my winnings to Emily Chambers. Well, there you go. Emily, good luck to you. Thank you so much, Donnie, for that donation. We are up to $30 raised for the Louisville. Why do I keep forgetting the name? I think it's because it's too simple of a name. It's way too simple of a name than it should be. It's the Louisville Youth Group. But that's the organization. I'll put up there. Let me go ahead and I'm going to be sharing my screen a lot tonight so you guys can see what these actual companies have been doing when we're talking about the actual alcohols, what they're doing for the cause, and what they're not really being transparent about. But let me show you real quick the Louisville Youth Group. So this is their page. You can find this LouisvilleYouthGroup.org is their website, but it talks about all of the great things they're doing. They are doing outreach. They're doing mentorship. Really, really awesome cause. Like I said, they are providing a safe space for gender and sexuality diverse young adults to grow their identities, learn leadership skills, and develop the tools needed to both thrive personally and act as agents of change in their communities. Again, we're talking Kentucky here. You guys know there's probably not that many resources out there for LGBT youth. So that's really why this cause is so important to me. And this organization seems awesome. I saw that they shared this stream on their Instagram story. So big shout out to the folks over at LYG for that. So James Taylor with another super chat coming in saying, good cast, great causes, and hashtag equity. So cheers to you. I don't know if that was supposed to be equality, but equity is also an important point too. So cheers to you, James. Let's get something in our glass, shall we? So like I said, lots of different whiskeys. There we go. I knew I was going to say whiskeys. Lots of different spirits. And I guess that's not really a spirit. Spirits and spritzers tonight. But I do want this to be an open conversation. I know this is it could be a difficult topic, especially, talking about, are they doing good? Are they doing bad? Or if, a lot of people out there may not have ever had to think or thought about these topics, LGBT issues. If so, I still welcome you into the discussion. I know my channel is mostly a whiskey review channel, but it is a part of who I am as a gay man. So it's a cause that's important to me. So if you've never had a chance to ask a gay dude anything, well, almost anything. Like I said, we are supporting a youth organization here, so I got to keep it a little clean. But also, I do open it up to all discussion here tonight. If you have a question or comments, feel free to leave them in the chat. Or if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay squad, leave them down in the comments below, and we will discuss there. So without further ado, thank you, Emily Chambers, for posting the link to the Louisville Youth Group. Shows the outreach there, talking about what all they are doing. See a couple other people in the chat. I did not give a chance to do my shout outs because I got so excited about the stream. I see some Bite Club members, which if you guys don't know, Bite Club is what I call my YouTube channel membership. For $1.99 a month, you get access to special emojis and badges, just like our friend Sugar Kitty has. He says, Alzheimer's stream tomorrow will be a great event. It absolutely will. Sugar Kitty also says, nerves plus vodka equals Cliffy McClifferton. Well, Cliffy McClifferton may make an appearance here tonight. Well, good to see you, Sugar Kitty. I also see Donald Rance come in. Maureen Franchi. Welcome, Guy Davis. All these amazing people that I see, sometimes week to week, and sometimes I see you every once in a while, but I'm so happy to see y'all here tonight. Holy crap, Maureen Franchi, speaking of which, just gave a $20 super chat that will be donated to the Louisville Youth Group. She says, I'm so glad to see the support for those in Louisville. I absolutely am so excited to discover this organization, but also give back to this organization. I think that's really something I'm really excited about doing. So, thank you. Yeah, Donnie said if anyone came from the Instagram, shout out from the Louisville Youth Group. Please say hi. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully hopefully you're over the age of 21 if you are drinking along with us. But also I think it's an important issue to talk about whether or not you're drinking with us or not, because hey, you still see the marketing, does it impact the community, whether it impacts youth or people of age. I think it's still an interesting discussion no matter what. So I also want to give a shout out to our mods that are keeping track of our super chats. Donnie, thank you so much, Donnie. I'm going to give you a bonus entry tonight once at the end of the stream, just for keeping track of that for me, because that really does mean a lot. It really does help me out tonight. So thank you so much, Maureen Franchi, though, for the super chat. That's awesome. So Guy Davis says, I got here late. How can I donate to the Alzheimer cause? I lost my Auntie Etta and Rosa to dementia. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Guy. My family still hurts. Yeah, it's awful. So, Guy, that stream is actually tomorrow. I put a link down in the description below. That's on our friend Adriana Whiskey Mountain's channel. So yeah, go check out the link in the description, and I hope to see you there, because it sounds like it's an issue that touched both of us. So totally get that. Sugar Kitty says, meow, I'm definitely expecting a Cliffy appearance. Yes, Cliffy will probably show up, but hopefully we get to have some good discussions before we go all full Cliffy tonight. So with that, let's go ahead and get something in our glass. Now, this one, I don't know, should I start with controversy? Let's just do it. Let's start with controversy. So when you think of alcohol, Pride Edition, one of the first one that always comes to my mind is Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch. So they typically put out a Pride bottle of Bud Light like this. And this year has been a little different. They're usually really, really out there and open with their support. This year, they kind of silently dropped a Pride pack of Bud Light Seltzer, which apparently some of the proceeds of that do go towards GLAAD, which is an LGBT advocacy organization. But there's not a press release about this. There is nothing on their website about this. Their social channels, absolutely nothing talking about this release. And I think that's really odd, because Budweiser, again, has been really out there in the past with their support, for the cause. But what I think is even more interesting, while I spill the tea about Budweiser, I'm just going to drink a plain Budweiser because, again, no Pride bottle this year. But what's most interesting, before I spill the tea or spill the Bud, that's a refreshing sound there, right? So what I think is most interesting is this year, Budweiser Canada. If you check out the Budweiser Canada Twitter page, first of all, they have a Budweiser logo with the rainbow around it, which, again, most companies are doing, except the regular Bud Light and Budweiser pages on Twitter. The U.S. companies, no rainbow, no Pride, no mention of it anywhere. However, Bud Light Canada is doing a special edition bottle to go towards the Rainbow Railroad, which is to help support families that are facing persecution in their countries because they are LGBT. So really great cause, and I commend Bud Light Canada. But I find it really odd that Bud Light US has not even though they do have this Pride pack, they've never put out a press release. It's nowhere to be found on their website. What do you guys think about that? Just to drop something like this, not promote it anywhere. How does that make you feel? I am really curious to hear your thoughts on it. To me, it's kind of weird. It's at least they are donating some of the proceeds to GLAAD, but the fact that it's so unannounced just kind of rubs me the wrong way. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna get caught up in the chat here. When I click on those images, I have to hide the chat, so I got to come back. Donald Rant says, my grandmother and I have supported Pride for many, many years and have many friends in the LGBTQ community and have problems with the big multinationals suddenly doing their Pride bottlings. And I think that's the overarching conversation here too. So many companies are real quick to slap up that rainbow flag, but that's pretty much it. They aren't donating. They aren't being transparent of where the money's going. And that's what some of these we're going to talk about here tonight. That is the case with some of them. So I think it's a really important discussion to have. I haven't seen any other YouTube videos talking about this. Now they may be out there, but especially in like the whiskey tube community, this isn't a topic that normally crosses our desk. Cause again, there's not any LGBT like focused distilleries that I'm aware of, or at least that do something special for Pride. Yeah. So and then he says, he goes on to say, have mixed feelings about these releases. I love that you are supporting a youth group, but these multinationals putting out all these releases is just marketing. And I think so too. I mean, there are obviously some ones doing it really well, which we're going to talk about some of those too tonight, but there are some that are just kind of like, hey, Pride Edition, buy it. It's gay. Spend your money here, gays. Like that's kind of how it seems to me. So yeah, it just seems like a way to sell that pack, but they don't actually want their business associated with support. That's the thing. It's like, why? If they've been so supportive in years past, like I said, they normally have the rainbow can. I've seen it everywhere. Why this year, silence? They don't even put out a rainbow can for Bud Light. I mean, I'm just going to sip the Bud on that one. By the way, I don't think Bud Light's that bad. It's one of the better cheap ass beers. I could see myself drinking this. Typically, I wouldn't. I would honestly. Bud Light Seltzer is pretty good. I meant to get one of those for the stream, but I picked this up as a backup because I was looking for I like how this looks like a sponsored post, but I was looking for the Pride can because I just assumed that they would put it out because they always have. So I got this as a backup just in case I couldn't find it. Literally, they didn't even do one this year, as far as I'm aware. So I was like, I'll at least open this and talk about it. But yeah, Bud Light USA, I think you're really not doing a good job this year with that. But Bud Light Canada, way to go! That's awesome. So yeah, so Steven says definitely interesting. I don't know. Anheuser-Busch is such a big company. My main thing in general is like it's cool and all to have it during just the month, but then don't do anything the rest. That's also the other thing. But also we're going to see some instances where I feel like that's a cop out because a lot of them are putting out a very special Pride bottle, but then they're saying like, oh well, we donate all year long, so there's nothing special about this bottle. We're just putting it out because we want your money. That's the impression I kind of get. Now, disclaimer. Let me go ahead and say this before I make any claim moving forward. This is based on what I've seen. I have not reached out to the companies. They may be doing more. My issue is they're not transparent with what they are doing. That's the main issue I'm going to be talking about here tonight. Even if they are supporting some great causes, why not brag about it a little? Like that's my biggest issue with it. So anyways, so that's my spiel about Bud Light. I had to get it out of the way. It just not really impressed me this year. But let's move on to another one. So next up, we have another release that I don't really think they're doing a good enough job this year. Again, spilling the tea, but that is, of course, Absolut Rainbow. Now, this is a special edition bottle. The back of it does say, taking pride in diversity. But other than that, the bottle itself, absolutely nothing about organizations they support, nothing about, whatever percent of this bottle goes towards anything, nothing on the bottle. It doesn't tell you anything, not even like a neck tag or anything. So I thought that was odd. Now I do have some more information, but first I'm gonna go ahead and pour me a shot of this Absolut, this Absolut vodka, which again, it's not like it's basically the standard Absolut. It's not like a rainbow flavor. It's not like a Skittles flavor. That would be pretty cool though if it was. So this is just regular Absolut vodka in a pretty Pride can. So that's exactly, yeah, this is what I'm thinking, Adriana. She says, playing it too on the fence doesn't really feel like support. If you can't say it proudly, then the bare minimum isn't enough. That's kind of how I feel about it. But I am curious to see what other opinions are as we go through these tonight. And then Zopher just says vodka. So let me pull up the page that they put on their website about it. So let me make sure I have, yeah, Absolut Rainbow. They call it Absolut Rainbow on their website. So there we go. All right, so this is their website, Absolut Rainbow, right? So they say that we've been supporting the cause since the early 1980s. Great, which organizations, like you've been sort of cause for that long. That's awesome. I mean, good for you. But also like that feels like, hey, look at us. We've been doing good. But like also not really. So they actually designed this bottle after Gilbert Baker, who is a modern LGBTQ plus movement leader. Basically, he designed the rainbow flag, the modern rainbow flag back in 1978. So this is a tribute to, of course, his rainbow flag. So they added it in 2018, basically. So good for them. They put the rainbow flag on a bottle. Then there's a section here that says action, accelerating acceptance with GLAAD. It does say they partnered with GLAAD. Now, it does not say anything about, each bottle that they sell, the proceeds going towards GLAAD. It doesn't say that. At least it doesn't explicitly say here. I've also looked at press releases, nothing about them directly supporting GLAAD. And then it goes on to cocktails and descriptions of reviewing the whiskey, nutrition facts. That's it. So it's like, they're like, hey, we support this organization. Cool. GLAAD is a good organization, but like, are the sales of this bottle actually going towards that, like especially, or is it just like, let's just put out a gay thing and so this one's kind of one of the in-betweeners. What do you guys think about what Absolut's doing? Do you think that is a yay or a nay? Do you think by putting the rainbow flag on a bottle, is it doing enough, or do you think they should be more clear about whether this is actually supporting sales of this bottle are supporting the cause? Because pretty much most of these other brands are saying that. They are saying a percent of these proceeds are going directly towards a certain cause. So let me know your thoughts. Cheers. It's Absolut. I mean, it's I was gonna say it's not the worst vodka I've ever had, but it's right there along the lines with it. I mean, it's again, it's not an expensive. I think this bottle was under $20. It's not a great vodka. I'm not a vodka aficionado. Obviously, I do bourbon and whiskey reviews, but yeah, that Absolut just it gives you a lot of chemical burn. That's what, honestly, when you're reviewing a vodka, that's what you're looking for, right? How smooth it is. Ugh. Normally, I hate the word smooth when we're talking about whiskey, but with vodka, it kind of makes sense. That's not very smooth. Scott Pigsley makes a great point, which, by the way, Scott, what's up? Good to see you, man. He said, I think the website helps, but it's still not perfect. So I do think, so this is like an in-between. It's better than Bud Light, who didn't put anything out this year, except a pack of, Pride seltzers, but didn't promote it anywhere. At least they are doing this. I do give them that. However, if they're going to do that, why don't they put the link or at least the GLAAD logo or something on the bottle instead of just like, hey, let's put a rainbow flag on it. Emily says it's paint thinner. I wouldn't go that far, but Steven says it's going to be a rough stream. Zover says, well, it's vodka, so expectations aren't exactly very high. That's true. Donnie says, will there be an after party tonight? So Donnie, I will not be doing an after party tonight myself. I got to save myself. First of all, I got to finish all these drinks. I'm going to share some with my husband. But also I got to make sure I'm good to go for Adriana's stream tomorrow. So if you guys do one, I might pop in for a bit, but I'm not officially going to do one. If you guys do one, and if anyone wants to join, that will be on the Discord server, again, open to everyone, bourbonbites.com. They usually do that in the sipping lounge. So just FYI. Steven says they get like a D, a barely passing grade. Sugar Kitty says, I think they need to be more clear because last I knew from years ago, they were donating proceeds from all bottles, not just the rainbow one. GLAAD, Human Rights, and some other charities. See, and so, I mean, Scott Pixley says a QR code. Yeah, that would be great. Now there is some good info. James Taylor just shared with us. He says an article says founding sponsor of the GLAAD Media Awards and early sponsor of RuPaul's Drag Race donated over $40 million to gay and lesbian centers such as OutServe, Outfest, and God's Love We Deliver. So that is good to hear. That's awesome. Like I said, I wasn't going to give them a failing grade because I'm sure they do support it. But my personal opinion is I think if you're going to make a special Pride Edition bottle, you should do something special with the proceeds from that bottle. It's not like they can't track it. It's not like they're like, oh, well, we don't know how many bottles sold. Yes, you do. It has a unique, SKU or whatever. So I just feel like by putting out this bottle and being like, we do all these great things since the 1980s, it mixed messages to me. That's my, again, personal opinion. I would love to hear other viewpoints. If you guys think differently, please let me know. Let's make a discussion out of this. So Donovan says, shamefully, they have a long way to go, and the same for the rest of society. I think the opportunity to make money has outweighed human decency. And then Patrick, the donor for the giveaway tonight, by the way, if you missed it, just a recap, every $5 super chat gets you an entry to win one of 2 Woodinville special edition release flights from our friend Patrick Starkey, the Bourbon Noob. Go check him out. But also, all of the proceeds from those super chats will be donated to the Louisville Youth Group, which is an LGBT youth organization in Louisville, Kentucky, because we all know Kentucky, the South in general, is a little slow with acceptance. I say that as someone that comes from South Carolina. I know it. So I really support these small youth organizations, and this is one that absolutely deserves the fund. So all super chats tonight will be donated directly to the organization. Once YouTube takes their cut, I can't prevent that. If you do want to support them directly, feel free to, of course. You're totally welcome to do that. But for the giveaway tonight, I just need to keep track of them through super chats. So anyways, let me read his comment. Let me stop talking. Good topic. On one hand, seeing rainbows everywhere is at a minimum raising awareness. On the other hand, listing logos or organizations on the bottle would help to highlight what they are supporting. Absolutely. And then that's one thing I do want to give credit to with the Bud Light, with the Glad Pride Pack for the Bud Light Seltzer. Let's see if I can pull that picture back up real quick. So you can see this. So that right there, that is the Glad symbol. And I imagine somewhere on the box, they do say that they donate, to the cause. So I do give them credit for that. However, why aren't they promoting this? Why aren't they promoting that this is a thing? The only PR I saw related to this box was from iHeartRadio. They're doing matching donations. So every dollar that Bud Light raises for this, they're going to match it with another dollar up to $2,000. Again, $2,000 in the scheme of things is not really that. For a massive media conglomerate like iHeartRadio, again, I'm not trying to criticize every company here, but it's kind of the same realm of things. Up to $2,000, you're a massive organization. It's just a little. Don't know about that. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. So Don Nee mentioned that Don Nishida offered some samples to give away as well. He says, offer a set of Ala Wei, which is a Hawaiian whiskey samples. Well, I guess we're going to do 3 drawings tonight, 3 giveaways tonight. So not only are you going to get one of 2 sets of Woodinville, but you're also going to get a set of samples from our friend Don Nishida, also Bite Club member here. Don Nishida, thank you so much for the donation to the cause. Sounds like we're gonna have 3 giveaways tonight. So get your super chats in. We're gonna do that at the end of the stream in about 30 minutes from now. So feel free to contribute. Again, the money's not going to me. It's going directly to a very important organization. Wow, lots of really good discussion in the chat tonight. So Emily says diversity is intensely human. Transparency is important. Authentic representation matters. Awareness is only a start. Man, that's the most profound thing I've read all night. Emily, I would give you a round of applause, but that doesn't really work with one arm. That's absolutely true. Yes, acceptance or just even like acknowledging issues is great. But unless you're taking action as well, what are you really doing? You're raising awareness, yeah, but like we're in 2021. People know gay people exist. It's not like we need to be reminded, hey, gay people exist, which we do. Some people need to remember that like every day they need to be reminded, but also that's not really enough in my opinion these days. Steven says, it seems like the Bud Light US PR person just passed out. They just they're in a coma for the month of June. They're like, I forgot it was Pride Month. Maybe. If they are in a coma, I wish them a very speedy recovery. Don't want to joke about that. But also, Scott says, for what it's worth, most of these proceeds go to a blank charity. Donations are just a flat donation from the company. Usually the fine print says up to a certain number. That is true. They say every dollar donated, but usually a lot of those are really high numbers. They are in the hundreds of thousands, even into the millions. So seeing a large company like iHeartRadio, iHeartMedia matching up to 2,000, it's just like, Donald Rant says, I'm sorry, but I get really riled up about stuff like this. Hey, this is the time. This is the whole reason I'm doing this stream is because this stuff makes me angry. He says, what business is it of anybody's what you do with your life? Gay, straight, bisexual. At the end of the day, everyone is a human being. Well, cheers to that. I will not cheers you with that Absolut vodka, but I will go ahead and move on to my next drink here tonight. So let's move on to the next one. which is another organization it's a company that I hadn't heard of before. And that is a company, well, the product is Agave Boom Tequila. First of all, love the packaging. I think this is really, it's pop art style. It has a little fiddly bit at the top. Really cool packaging. I do got to say. Now this is it's a very affordable tequila. It's around $25. And it is a product. Here's the info on the back. So that's where it's distilled. But I like the pop art style to this bottle. First, before we get into that, I do want to sit next super chat. We got Whiskey Mountains, Adriana. She says, love this cause and concept. The cause should be a priority, not a way of making sales or shelves look good. Sincerity gains customers and fans too. Well, cheers to that, Adriana. I totally agree with that. Now, James Taylor also with some amazing info that I wish was a little more easy to find. He said Budweiser says $2.4 million over 20 years donated to GLAAD. Again, over 20 years, you divide, again, this is being nitpicky, I know, but $2.4 million over 20 years, what is that? That's still a pretty decent amount, I was going to say. But so that's not too bad of a, number, but still. Steven says, I wish a whiskey company came out with something. Absolutely. That's my biggest thing. I really wish whiskey companies did, even if they, even if they are, there's so many companies that are like, because I know Kentucky's still pretty conservative in general, but like there's all these whiskey companies, California, Washington. Surely someone thought like, hey, let's do something special. Let's be the first distillery to put out something, a Pride edition of something, and like actually have the money go towards something. Hey, all the whiskey brands, if you're watching this, Jim Beam, Heaven Hill, Woodinville, all of them. Come on, guys. Here's your opportunity. Make an impact on the industry. Change it. James Taylor said that seems a bit low. That's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, $2.4 million over 20 years seems a little low to me too. So Steven says, seems like the bourbon industry has a long way to come. Seems like the bourbon industry. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I understand this. As far as it has come, at least we have female master distillers finally, but they need to progress a bit more. Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing. It's not. I'm not trying to discredit the fact that $100,000 per year is awesome, but also it's a big company. You're making these gay bottles since 2008. Like I don't know. But anyways, back to the Agave Boom. Like I said, this is about $25 tequila. Let me pull up some information about the company. So this is made by a company called Casa Maestri. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but they do have a higher end product that I discovered after I bought this actually. So I'm like, man, I wish I would have known about that before I bought this bottle. But it's the same company. Proceeds go to the same causes. So so let me make it clear. Every bottle that is sold of this one goes directly. Where is it? Where's that info? Come on, I saved it. I closed it. Hold on. I want to make sure I get the right information here. It's on the Total Wine website. By the way, a lot of these were recommendations from Total Wine. They have a Pride section, so you'll see pretty much all these bottles I'm trying tonight are going to be on that website. So let's see what they said. So with this one, where was it? Sorry, it's in the video they uploaded on like what gets what. Let me just make sure I got that. I don't want to give misinformation. It does say that GLAAD benefits from every bottle of Agave Boom Blanco tequila sold. So they do say it. But again, it's not that easy to find info on. If you go to the Agave Boom website, there's nothing about donating to the causes at all. The only thing that again is the more premium product that I discovered was their identity. Now this is a vodka, but it is. Hold on, let me pull up the info about that. All right, so it says this brand was created with the idea that every person is different, whether it's their skin tone, race, gender, or sexual orientation. Everyone's identity is unique in their own way. Great, that's great, but like also like, what is that really? I don't know. That's just one of those things where I'm like, and I do apologize. That was the wrong image. I just realized I said identity vodka. That's why I was like, that doesn't seem right. They have a tequila. I was like, that definitely wasn't a vodka. I just was like rolling with it in case I like screwed up in my research. I'm like, no, there's definitely a tequila. Now, I don't know about Identity Vodka. The tequila is the exact same bottle. I just saved the wrong image there. So the other one says Identity 100% Agave Añejo Cristalino Tequila, which is what I meant to feature instead of that photo. So I apologize for the wrong photo there. But that one is actually aged 12 months in American white oak whiskey barrels, and then it has the color stripped from it. So that's an interesting one. I wish I had known about it beforehand. Also, again, same company that makes this one. Proceeds do go towards GLAAD. However, at least with that one, they have a rainbow on it. This one is just like, oh, it's a Pride bottle, but like, is it? Is this really like is this what they're using? Like saying like, hey, we support this cause. They sure don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. So anyways, that's just my thoughts on that one. This is the one that I know the least about. So I don't want to bash them too much. It's just really, really hard to find information on that company that makes this. So again, goes back to transparency. I wish that they would be a little more transparent towards where the money's going, and are they just profiting off the idea of LGBT identity? You know, again, I'm not going to bash them because, again, I don't have enough information, but it's really hard to find that information. I do know that they do support GLAAD through these bottles, which is what Total Wine tells you. You got to go on Total Wine to find that out. It doesn't say it on the website, which is really weird to me. But Steven says that one may be getting a fat D-. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. Oh, by the way, let me try it first. While we read our next super chat from Bourbon Noob, he says flags. I think the middle one is a transgender flag. For some reason, StreamYard/YouTube doesn't show it, but I'm pretty sure that's what that one is or a bisexual flag. I don't know what that is, but some flag of support. So let me go ahead and pour this tequila shot, because why not? Again, $25 tequila. How bad can it be? That's a good cork pop, though. So have you guys seen this bottle, like in the store? Because again, I think it's a pretty cool bottle. I give them that. It's a cool bottle. But Whiskey says that sounds cool. I think she's talking about the Identity tequila. Yeah, so that does sound interesting. Again, I didn't find out about it till after, so it's like, wish I would have got that, but it's okay. Still from the same company. So let's go ahead and try the Agave Boom tequila. Cheers. Sweet, real sweet. I don't particularly like when tequilas are sweet. I like when, it does have the agave flavor, thankfully. That's sweet. And I would not beg to differ. I would assume that there is some sugar added to that one. Yeah, I don't really love that one. It's a cheap tequila, but I think there's better cheap tequilas out there. So yeah, it's not even worth buying it to drink, but it does have a really cool bottle, so I'll give them that. So we'll go back to Marine Franchi. She says, I really hate that there isn't transparency as to who they support or how much they donate yearly. If I put a rainbow on my forehead, that doesn't mean I support and give money to any cause. That's exactly how I think of it too. Absolutely. What's up, Sherry G? Good to see you here. I've seen you around WhiskeyTube. I don't think I've seen you on my channel, but welcome. Good to have you in. Oh, it was a trans. Yeah, I was like, I'm looking at the little icon. Okay, it was a trans flag. Gotcha. Fine line between supporting and pandering. Love is love. Put it out there loud and proud. Tell us in your packaging that you support a cause and who and how much. That's all we're asking, Just be transparent with it. If you do support good causes, please let us know. Trust me, no one's going to be upset. Well, some people might be upset to see that you're supporting millions of dollars to a cause, but I guarantee you more people are going to be happy to see that than upset. I'm just guaranteeing you that. So before we move on to our next one, I did put up a poll on Instagram. I wanted to look at the results real quick. So I asked on Instagram right before the stream, I said, would you buy a Pride Edition drink if it wasn't clear where the money was going? So I put out this poll on Instagram about 4 hours ago. You guys want to know the results? 100% of people said no. 100% said they would not buy a Pride Edition drink if it wasn't clear where the money was going. So that's your answer, companies. If you're looking for info, you're trying to do a poll. Not that this is like a very official poll or anything, but it just proves that people don't buy the rainbow bullshit if you're not going to back it up with facts and transparency. This is something that I think anyone can understand, even if they don't really keep up with LGBT issues. We as a whiskey community love transparency. That's the thing we seek for the most. So this goes back to that. If you're not being transparent, we kind of hate you a little bit. That's kind of my thoughts on it. Sherry G says, I watch when I can, but I usually lurk here. Well, appreciate you coming in. Also, Ghostface Bourbon, what's up? Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Steven says, my computer has RGB. I think it's supporting. I know, right? Like, that's basically the same. By the way, yeah, I mean, like, look at my lights behind me. Have you noticed them changing? You know what's really fun? So if you're watching the replay, if you skim through the video, like drag the thing, you can't, I mean, I guess you could do it going backwards now. Just watch the colors change over time. It's like mesmerizing. I did that last time I did color change. I was like, ooh, pretty colors. But yeah, like, yeah, I have rainbow lights. Am I gay? Am I like supporting the cause enough? I'm wearing a rainbow shirt, guys. I mean, come on. Like, surely I care. Now, the proof is I am, because I'm donating every super chat that comes in tonight to an LGBT youth organization in Louisville, Kentucky called the Louisville Youth Group. Find out more information about them on their website. But yeah, we're going to tally up all the super chats at the end of tonight, find out how much we are donating, and then we're going to do 3 different giveaways for every entry that comes in. So, James Taylor says VinePair had that article on Absolut, and they have an article about distilleries and their support for Pride events. Yes, so I will say there are some bourbon distilleries that will support Pride events, which is awesome, but also it's kind of like they're there at the Pride event, but are they putting that message out there? Like, are they being like, not that necessarily Maker's Mark needs a rainbow wax bottle, although that would be pretty freaking cool. But if you show up to an event, you don't promote that you're at that event, and you're just there with the booth. Is that just trying to sell your product? That's another argument. Like, yeah, Maker's Mark I'm just name dropping Maker's Mark for no reason. I don't know if Maker's Mark supports it or not. I don't want to defame them in any way, but I feel like if Maker's Mark has a booth at a Pride festival, are they just profiting off of it? It's so. Donnie has a question. What are your thoughts on companies that change their logos, etc., in the US and EU, but don't change it in other places such as China, Russia, and Middle East? That is a hot topic now, isn't it? Haven't you seen a lot of the companies that have a page in another country and they don't change their colors there? Well, Donnie, that goes back to what I said about it's similar situation, not necessarily similar situation, but seeing Bud Light Canada have their banner image on Twitter, a rainbow flag, talking about this amazing organization they're supporting for Pride Month, having their logo, the Bud Light logo with the rainbow flag around it, and actually, Canada showing that they are donating proceeds from every bottle of that Bud Light in Canada to that cause. I mean, that is like, wow, that's awesome. But then it's like looking at the US one, no rainbow logo, no special can, and then a Pride pack that they didn't really promote. Not necessarily the same situation, but it's kind of a similar thing. Is like, why aren't you, if you're being so outspoken somewhere, why aren't you being transparent across the board? Now, I do understand there are some companies, especially if they have a headquarters based in these countries that aren't as progressive as we are, ones that may have, there are so many countries out there where you can be killed for being gay. Like, it's a thing. It's a scary thing that's still out there. So do I blame the workers that work in that company for not being as outspoken? No. But I feel like massive companies should be not afraid to make a statement worldwide. That's my thoughts on it. I know that's like, I know that's very, very open-ended, but it's something that I can't speak too much on because I don't have the knowledge or experience or anything talking about, these other countries. So I know it's a hot topic, and I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. I just don't have enough information to form an opinion on that, if that makes sense. Donald Rant says, I'm about to get on a call with some of my high school friends, but thank you for taking this topic on. Fantastic stream so far. I'm sorry I won't be around for the rest. Well, cheers, Donald Rants. No worries. Thank you so much for coming in tonight, and your input has been awesome. So appreciate you so much. I want to make sure I didn't miss a super chat. Sherry G, right? I'm sorry. I'm totally blanking on your name. I think it's Sherry G. Cheers, $5 super chat. Sherry G just got her entry into the giveaway tonight. Again, thank you so much, Donnie, for keeping up with that. Make sure that was on there. I know Donnie's also working today, so give him some credit there. So, all right. So got that. I want to make sure I didn't miss any other super chats. We got Bourbon Noob right there. Whiskey Mountains. Okay, we are good. So, all right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next product here tonight. Next up, let's get into some some spritzes, shall we? Oh, I thought I would never say that on my channel. All right. Let's see. Let's pull out my champagne glass because our one we are moving to next is none other than Barefoot Spritzer Rosé. I cannot think of a gayer product for Pride than a Rosé Spritzer. But hey, I mean, now this does say Pride 2020. I imagine it was probably created for 2020, and then 2020 happened, so they put it out again. So I don't blame them on that. So this is more importantly, on the actual package right here, not there. That's the government warning. They give you some information. Wow. What a novel idea to put information on your support for LGBT causes on the actual can. So they say each Barefoot limited edition Pride package celebrates those who have made a significant impact on the community during our 30-year history of our LGBTQ plus allyship. This design was inspired by LGBTQ plus trailblazers around the world who publicly use their voices to celebrate the community and advocate for LGBTQ plus causes. To learn more about how your purchase supports the hashtag March Onward for Equality, go to barefootwine.com/LGBTQ or scan here. Who was it? Scott Pigsley earlier? That said put a QR code on your product. Look right there. Look what Barefoot just did. They even give you instructions on how to scan the QR code. So if you guys want to pull that up on your phone, I'm gonna show you the screen here. But if anyone wants to see that, there's the QR code. Let's take a look at that website let's go ahead and get it poured first. Let's open this spritzer. Oh, that was disappointing of it. All right, let's see how this. I don't have enough room on my desk. I have too much vodka everywhere. All right, let's go ahead and pour this. It sounds like I'm taking a piss. Actually, it's kind of refreshing sounding. All right. Wow. That is the gayest thing I think I've ever drank on my channel. It's light pink. It's got a little, it's not as fizzy as like a champagne. I mean, maybe. Ooh, well, it smells like a champagne. All right. Adriana says, wow, I hate feet, but they're trying hard to get me to buy their stuff with this transparency. That's a good point. All right, let's go to that website that they're promoting on their can. Let's get that pulled up here. Man, I need a producer that just does this for me because it's a lot to keep up with. All right. Let me find it. Oh, come on now. Oh, there we go. I think this is it. Actually, that was LGBTQ. There we go. All right. So this, like I said, was March Onward. That is their hashtag, their movement. They say they've been allied for the community since 1988. Again, similar to what Budweiser said. Discover how your purchase supports LGBTQ plus communities around the world and march onward with us. So there are two different packages. Now, like I said, they had full-size champagne bottles of this. They had one that supported transgender, it was a transgender flag and a gay pride flag. So they have two different packages supporting two different causes. Proceeds are split equally, of course, for both. So there's the gay pride and the transgender pride. But here's where they have a learn more link. Here, look, hey, you know how we said earlier? Maybe we should put the logos of the organizations we support on the website. There it is, right there. So they are supporting the Free Mom Hugs organization, which is dedicated to educating families, communities, and civic leaders. It's spreading love one hug at a time, which again, you can click learn more. But they are a very, very big LGBTQ community advocacy group. So right there on the page. And there's also supporting the National Center for Transgender Equality. So right there, right on the front page where they're talking about where they're supporting, they give you a timeline of how much they've been supporting the issues. I mean, well done, Barefoot. I gotta say, this has been the best, not facade. That's not a good word. The best expression of your support. I think Barefoot is killing it. Now, more importantly, I said more importantly, but totally not more importantly, way less importantly, how does a Rosé Spritzer taste? So let's go ahead and try this. I don't. I'm supposed to hold it by the stem. Oh well. Cheers. Full on freaking Gatsby moment. Cheers. This comment from Emily. Adult Kool-Aid. Yeah, it almost has like a tropical. This has almost like a tropical punch kind of flavor. It's definitely got a kick. Like, what's the ABV on this one? Y'all know I gotta look at the proof, of course. It's gluten-free. Hey. It says, okay, the ingredients are carbonated water, grape wine, cane sugar, and then there's flavors added. What is the proof though? 5.5%. So I will say this is probably a fantastic alternative to like a White Claw or an alternative to a Bud Light seltzer, since we're hashtag boycott Bud Light. Just kidding. Bud Light Canada is awesome. But that's refreshing. Oh wait, so Steven says I actually had some of this earlier with my family because it was super hot and humid. Yeah. Barefoot gets an A+. I gotta agree with that. I think Barefoot, as much as I'm not normally a fan of Barefoot products, they hit it out of the park with these releases. Not only are they supporting an LGBT organization or a lesbian, gay, and bi organization, they are supporting a transgender organization, which often gets forgot. We're going to talk about coming up here soon, actually with the next one we're drinking. There's an organization that gets a lot of flack in the LGBT community because they tend to forget about the transgender issues. I've seen it over the years, so we'll get into that one next. But yeah, this Spritzer is not bad. I realize now that I poured way too much. I guess I shouldn't have poured the whole bottle because I have another sparkling drink. Hold on. I'm gonna do one of those awkward things where I have to put up a quick little intermission. Give me 10, 15 seconds. I'll be right back. Please don't leave. 15 seconds max. I'm gonna go get another glass. And we're back. All right. So yeah, that was my bad. I shouldn't have filled this entire glass with that Spritzer because I realized I have another sparkling wine to do here tonight. So hopefully not too many of you left. The Mashbill. What's up? What's up, Stanley Wagner Jr.? He says, Clifton, how are you doing? I love what you do and what you're doing today. I appreciate how transparent you are, but not a pushy in your face individual. You are one of the guys I can't wait to meet. Well, cheers to you, Stan. I appreciate that, man. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, can't wait for it. Scott Paisley says, down the hatch, Cliffy. No, man, I am not chugging champagne or Spritzer or whatever. Maybe. I'll drink a little bit more of that one before I move on to the next one. But yeah, that was quick. Well, I mean, I have a bar cart, like literally, you can't see it, but it's right over there. So I grabbed it off of that. I mean, it's chuggable. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty chuggable. But again, gotta maintain my sanity because we're gonna run out. We're gonna go a little overtime tonight. I hope you guys don't mind. If you, by the way, it's a good time to remind you guys, we are giving away 3 prizes tonight: 2 Woodinville flights of 5 different Woodinville products donated by Patrick Starkey. We're also giving away a samples of Aulani. Oh man, some Hawaiian whiskey that Don Nishida has. I forget the name of it. I apologize, Don. So stick around, and we will do those giveaways. But we need to get through 2 more products here, and then we're going to move on to that. So, I appreciate you guys being okay with me going a little overtime. So yes, let's go ahead and let's talk about our next product. Now, this one, I didn't screw up, but the store screwed up. So, Alawai. I was thinking of Alani. Because one of our viewers, Tyler, he's there in Hawaii right now. I'm jealous. Overtime, heaven forbid. Scott Pigley says, I just had one of those Jim Beam highball can drinks. They ain't bad. Yeah. So do you guys want to see me? There are a bunch of whiskey canned cocktails coming out. Would y'all enjoy a stream where I buy a bunch of whiskey canned cocktails and like compare them? I think that'd be pretty fun, but I want to make sure you guys would be into that. So next product up, again, I said, was And if I miss something in the chat that's important, please let me know. If like I said, I almost missed where Don Nishida was offering samples, so please let me know if I missed something. And again, thank you, Donnie, for keeping up with everything tonight. So next one we're talking about is house wine. Now, this I ordered for store pickup. I ordered this special edition can right here that you see. I specifically put that one in my cart. Total Wine gave me this one, so it's the exact same product. It's both the rosé bubbles. That just was the specific can that was supporting the cause. So I unfortunately didn't. I don't think I supported the cause, or I did support the cause, and they just gave me the wrong can. I don't know, but so this one. Let me pull up my info here. So this is a limited edition bottle again, or can. It's in partnership with the Human Rights Campaign, and it's to celebrate and support LGBTQ equality and love in all forms. House Wine donates $2 from every case to the Human Rights Campaign. So grab your rainbow can today. Well, I tried House Wine, but I got this can. So let's go and open this. We'll do a little shootout between our. I was shaking it around too much, but we're good. Shootout between our carbonated wine spritzers. So that one says wine-based spritzer. This one says carbonated wine. I don't know the difference, so let's go for it. Okay, very pink as well. I'll show you guys in a second. There I go, pouring way too much. All right, so this one is a little pinker. I mean, they're pretty close. It's another very pink. It's another rosé spritzer kind of situation here. A little more bubbly. Now this can was $5, and that the other one I don't remember. It was a 4-pack. I don't remember the exact amount. They weren't that different in price. They were similar in price. I think the Barefoot was a bit cheaper. Another super chat and donation to the Louisville youth group coming in here today. The Mashville says, I would love to win some samples. By the way, if you do canned cocktails, it must be as Cliffy. We all love Cliffy. Well, if we're doing canned cocktails, I guarantee you Cliffy will be there. Thank you so much for the super chat and donation. Welcome, Keith J from MA. Cheers, all. Just joined in, but I don't support big corporations. I support my friends in the LGBT community. That's what matters most to them. Love is love. Well, cheers to you, Keith J. I skimmed over that comment. And I read it as like, I don't support LGBT issues. I'm like, should I feature this? I'm like, oh, wait, that's not what he's saying at all. He's actually saying something awesome. So cheers to you, Keith J. So Sugar Kitty says, I would think carbonated wine equals wine plus CO2 infusion. Spritzer equals wine and carbonated water. Spritzer equals watered down. Well, the proof on the house wine, let's see what the proof on this one is. Again, they are supporting $2 for every case sold goes towards the Human Rights Campaign. Okay. That's a good point. This is 12.5% ABV. So this one, they do tell you that 2 cans is equal to a whole bottle of wine. Cliffy's gonna turn up tonight. All right, so let's try a little bit of this house wine limited edition rosé, or what do they call it? Rosé bubbles. Oh man, I haven't turned around backwards. What was this one called? Rosé bubbles. So cheers to you. Cheers for all the amazing donations to you guys are giving tonight through super chats. Yeah, let's go for the house wine, shall we? So that's more of a traditional wine. I think Sugar Kitty just taught us all the difference between a spritzer and a wine. Y'all probably already knew that. I'm not a sparkling wine guy. If I drink wine, it's usually like a red wine. That's actually pretty delicious. The other one's like refreshing, like sit by the pool drink. This one is like I could drink this with a fancy dinner. Very crisp, refreshing. Way more carbonated. There's a lot more bubbles in it. Yeah, it's a decent. I mean, it's not gonna blow your mind. It's probably not the best rosé in the world, but hey, I think it's drinkable, and the fact that they're supporting a good cause, drinkable is way too that's too. It's more than drinkable. It's enjoyable. All right, so like I said, we're a little over time. We have one more, the big one that I know y'all have all been waiting for. Or maybe not, because I should have teased it a little bit more. I'm talking about this bad boy right here. Crystal Head Vodka. You may have seen them all around. They are a celebrity, brand. But they put out a rainbow skull. First of all, how freaking awesome is this? I mean, look at it. It's freaking so cool. Apparently, they come in 1.75 liters too. So, good packaging. They're winning on the packaging so far. Let's see how they do with the supporting of the causes. So, it does come with this little booklet attached to it. Let's see what they say. They say, color plays a vital role in the world we live in, often used as a powerful communication tool and a form of expression. Color evokes feeling and has a direct link to the creative thinking. Okay, go on. Crystal Head Vodka is bringing the creative spirit to life with this limited edition Pride bottle to celebrate in celebration of diversity and equality. Crystal Head Vodka is committed to supporting LGBTQ plus organizations year-round. No, wait, communities year-round. No mention of specific organizations on the packaging. There's not a link to talk about which organizations they actually support. Also worth mentioning, this was $50. This is a $50 vodka. So they scored points on the awesome packaging. They did not score points on providing transparency. I should have had an actually scoring system. That would have actually been cool. I like your scores better. You guys in the chat have been like D-. So far, not looking good. Also, it's $50. It's the most expensive thing here tonight. Let me go ahead and pour it. Steven says, wait till you taste it. All right. So first of all, it's worth mentioning, pouring out of a skull is the most, I mean, it's easier to grip by the face, you know? It's not the easiest bottle to pour from. I still spilled it when I was trying to be careful. All right. Does have a solid, nice cork there, though. All right. So we got the glass poured again. They don't tell you on the bottle. They're very vague, like super vague. Like talking about color and creativity. I'm like, that's so vague. So let's do a little bit more digging. Yes, Crystal Skull is owned by Dan Aykroyd. I'm not super familiar with him, unfortunately. I know the name, so I didn't want to speak on it too much because I don't really know. But it's a celebrity whiskey, so that adds to the cost of being $50. So I had to do a little bit of digging to see what more information could I find of who they're actually supporting. So I went to their website. Actually, I went to their Instagram first, where they featured this bottle. Then I made it to their website. So let me show you what I found there, you guys. Crystal Head Vodka. Wait, which tab is it? All right, it's this one. All right, so if you go to their website, again, you go to their main website, you see it featured prominently here, which is good. Really cool ad, by the way. So it shows it there. You can't actually click on it or anything. So if you go here and you go products, there's the Pride edition here. So here they tell you, they give you the same spiel here. They tell you about the actual distilled 4 times, whatever. Available in select markets and released annually for a limited time. Again, no specific mention here of organizations. Now, Adriana found some good stuff. You got to do some digging. You got to do some even more digging than that, because then there's another page, which I was about to pull up. She's getting her info from the exact same page I'm about to show you guys. Let me, hold on, sorry. Share screen. So you go to their PR and their press release page. You find this. So this one tells you about the color playing a role, blah, blah, blah. Now, this does say it's been supporting LGBTQ plus issues for a number of, now it just says a number of years. Again, vague. It's pretty vague. In addition to profits from this bottle being donated to Kaleidoscope Trust, we are proud to be ongoing supporters of the Stonewall Sports Program since 2017, the Test Positive Awareness Network, and Lurie's Children's Hospital Transgender Youth Program. That's what we're looking for. That is what we are looking for right there. This information, I really don't understand why this information isn't on their bottle. Like, or in the necktie. They have a whole thing, gave you this spiel about color playing a part in our lives and creativity, blah, blah, blah. Why couldn't you put this paragraph talking about the organizations you support on the bottle? That's the only thing that kind of pissed me off. Now, they have a really cool video on their page. If you go to the crystalheadvodka.com/pride, they talk about all the organizations they support there. You gotta do some digging to find it. I'm a little annoyed by that, but however, they get points for being honest about what they're supporting. So if I were to give them a rating, I would say B- or C+. I think if you're selling something like this and you even have a freaking info card on it, you should tell people what you're actually supporting. You shouldn't just be like, we support the communities. It means nothing. So B-, I think. Yeah, Steven says B. I think so too. What's up, Tom Flanagan? What's up, another patron of the show? Good to see you, Tom. Long time no see. Thanks for stopping in. So anyways, big moment is how does this beautiful Crystal Head vodka taste? $50 vodka. Just FYI. So let's go ahead and try it. So cheers, guys. And we'll get to the giveaway right after this, if I survive. I didn't do a double take. That's worse than the Absolut. The Absolut's less than half the price. Oh, it's burning my tongue. It's not even higher proof or anything, is it? 40% ABV. Oh, that is astringent. That's astringent. That's not smooth at all. Wow. That's so disappointing. It's a really cool bottle. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is definitely making a spot on my shelf permanently. However, that's not even as good as a $20 vodka. That's just not. Again, it's a celebrity vodka, of course, but yeah, that's hot. That's just a lot. So I think it's time to do a giveaway for you guys sticking out this long. So like I said, all proceeds from Super Chats tonight are going directly to the Louisville Youth Group, which is an LGBT organization based in Louisville, Kentucky. So it's a safe space for LGBT youth and also helps them with resources to help grow into the future leaders. Nick Promo says that $50 bottle is 75% bottle cost. Yeah. Oh, so Donnie says he thinks it's one of the first celebrity spirits. Well, I would say give him credit for that, but like, All right. So like I said, we're giving all donations, which by the way, let me calculate how much we raised. We raised exactly. Oh, did I miss a super chat? Oh, I'm so sorry. No, we got you. You're included, Leo. I'm sorry I missed that. Donnie, you're awesome. Donnie, I'm throwing in an extra. I'm throwing in an extra 5 extra. Donnie's getting an extra entry for keeping up with that. So Leo Shav says, hope those drinks are natural color and non-chill filtered. Oh, I imagine he's talking about my spritzers. Good cause and great people in the chat. Well, cheers to you, Leo, and you are entered to the giveaway. So we got all of our entries here. Oh wait, Tom Flanagan coming in right at the end. Let's get it. So Tom, $20 super chat says for the cause. Well, Tom, you may just win some samples with your little last minute giveaway entry. But I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. And again, all proceeds are going to be donated. So let's get this going. Let me pull up the Wheel of Whiskey, which y'all all love the Wheel of Whiskey, don't you? That's my favorite thing ever. All right. Let me get that pulled up here. I love spinning this for you guys. All right. Let me do Chrome. All right, man, so many clicks. All right. Shuffle it a couple times. All right. So everyone, like I said, every $5 super chat got you one entry. So there are some names you see here. Multiple times they gave over $5. One prize per person. So if your name is picked for a prize, you're not eligible for other prizes. But 2 of the prizes are the exact same. So just a reminder, I'm giving away 2 flights of Woodinville whiskey with 5 different Woodinville whiskeys in it. Thanks to our amazing friend, the Bourbon Noob, Patrick and Heather Starkey. Cheers to those guys. There's going to be 2 of those. And then finally, we are going to give away samples of the Alwyn Alawini. Dang it. Some Hawaiian whiskey too. So all right, so let's do the Woodinville ones first. So there's gonna be two of these winners, and then we're gonna do the Hawaiian whiskey winner. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Maureen Franchi, congratulations! You won one of the Woodinville 5 sample prize packs. Maureen, please reach out to me, contact@bourbonbites.com. I will connect with Patrick and get your info and get those samples sent over to you very, very soon. Congratulations, Maureen Franchi, on that win. Let's go ahead and spin it again. Like I said, if your name's picked, I'll just spin it again because it's the same prize. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel of whiskey for our second Woodinville winner here tonight. And I guess if Patrick were to win, he wouldn't get it. Leo Shav coming in with one of the last super chats that came in tonight. Leo, congratulations. Like I said, reach out to me either on Instagram or contact@bourbonbites.com and give me your contact information, your mailing address, and we will get that over to Patrick for that giveaway. That's awesome. Congratulations to you, Leo and Maureen. You guys did awesome, and your support really does mean a lot tonight. So let's go ahead and spin the final wheel. Like I said, this I'm going to create a new list so I can exclude names that have already been drawn because I would hate for it to land on someone. So let me just go ahead and do something real quick. Just to make it like not sad if someone gets drawn twice. All right, so Maureen and Leo got their entries. Let's go ahead and shuffle this a couple times. Let's spin it for the win of the Hawaiian whiskey from our good friend, Don Nishida. Don Nishida, what if you win your own? All right, wheel of whiskey. Come on, let's bring it on. The winner of the Hawaiian whiskey is James Taylor. James, congratulations, dude. So good to see so many faces, familiar faces and new faces tonight. I'm glad to give away prizes to both. So cheers to all three winners. Like I said, email me, contact@bourbonbites.com, or message me on Instagram or something just with your info, just so I can get those prizes sent out to you from the correct people. Congratulations, everyone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this discussion. I know it kind of went a lot of different directions. Again, please take my opinions on this as my opinions. A lot of this information, there may be more info out there that I just don't have yet. So some of these organizations may be doing better than I claimed they were doing tonight. If you are a rep from those organizations, feel free to email me and correct me, or leave a comment below and I will clarify for future viewers, people that are watching the replay, if there's any additional info you want to provide as to what you're actually doing, because I think that's beneficial for everyone to know. Again, we're whiskey lovers. Transparency is the key to our happiness. So just be transparent and we are all good. I will cheers you guys with, I think, man, what was my favorite tonight? Okay, favorite tonight. You know what? My favorite new discovery was this Barefoot Spritzer. Not only are they transparent and really cool with like all the information they're doing, this is a perfect by the pool drink. So cheers you guys with that one. Cheers. And like I said, tune in tomorrow. Whiskey Mountains over on her channel. All-timers fundraiser. We are giving away some awesome prizes there. If you didn't win tonight, tune in tomorrow because there's going to be even better prizes. These prizes were awesome. There's going to be, by even better, I mean there's a lot of prizes tomorrow night. So like I said, link in the description to that stream tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right after it's bourbon night. So cheers, guys, and I'll see you guys there, and I will also see you next Thursday with the stream with a rabbit hole. We are going to make some cocktails with rabbit hole. So stay tuned, but cheers. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.